Let's get going, shall we?
Huh? Hey, wait for me! So this is your world.
Ah, home at last. But there's a tidy way to go yet.
Hey, Mr. Drippy, that was pretty neat just now, huh?
Oh, that herd of elk. Enjoy your first encounter with the majestic wildlife of our mysterious world, did you?
Uh-huh. Huh? Jeepers.
Oh, Nickers! Where did he spring from?
Huh? Ah! What do we do?
He's not like the big softies just now. He's itching for a fight. Proper savage.
Let's run away!
No, use that stick you got by there. Give him a whacking and send him packing.
Huh? Huh? Ah!
Look lively, he's making his move.
Let's go!
Anyways, hey ho everybody, welcome back to Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. I am Sherry Channel and I'm going to be taking you through this game still. I'm still ironing out that intro. Ah well, and we start on a battle. Don't fret, Holly boy, your old pal Drippy talk you through the basics of battle. First off, take a look at the green gauge there. That's your health points, HP. The more HP you have, the healthier you are. But if you run out, you'll go unconscious, not die. And then see the blue gauge underneath that? That's your magic points, MP, ain't it? Don't worry about magic for now, man. Talk about these beasties first, shall we? Our first enemy is a rough. Looks like this little fluffy dog. Kind of reminds me of an Eevee in a way. Take a look at it with like the fluff around his neck, all that. You can see lots of information about them up by here on the right. It's useful, eh? The red gauge shows you their HP. Get that down to nothing and you've won. And these speech bubble thingies down by here are the commands you can use in battle. That's enough to be going on with. Try giving the rotor a smack with your stick. Use LT or RT to select attack and confirm your choice with A. And Bob's your uncle. Right dog, get cracking with the whacking. God, my accent is probably terrible. There's many an option here for now. Defend is pretty self-explanatory. Running away, same as that. And provisions is how you get to your items whenever we eventually get them. Healing items, MP items, etc. For now, let's attack. You automatically run at the enemy and automatically start swinging. Tidy, or should I say, nice. That's what they say when you find an enemy's weak spot with a big, or block a big attack. See? Oh, and look at that! Enemies dropped some. You just picked that up, eh? That's what's known as a glim, holy boy. Enemies drop them in a heat of battle. Green glims like that one will restore your HP. And blue ones give you back MP instead. Same color as the gauge, see? Tidy. Oh, and you can also give your HP and MP a boost to spells and items, ain't it? Of course, you just have to take my word at that, for you not having any of them more. Okie dokie, that's enough from me. Time for you to practice what I preach. Go on, boy, back. Get him what for? The way these battle systems work is pretty different from a lot of RPGs I've played. As you can see, you get full movement, like right now, able to free dodge attacks and everything. However, it works on turn-based RPG like type movement and everything. You have to hit a button to attack and you auto attack. And as you saw there, Drippy actually does assist sometimes by sometimes throwing out a glim. Oof. You auto run at the enemy, your attacks, when you do them basic like that. You saw that. I'll explain it better in our next fight.
Well, hey, proper tidy. Nice one, Ollie boy.
Jeepers creepers.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, our world is absolutely riddled with beasties, but keep that up and you'll have nothing to worry about. Right, let's get a move on, shall we?
Sure, Mr. Drippy, but where are we going?
Well, first off, we need to get you a wand.
But I already have a wand.
You're having a laugh, aren't you? That thing's about as magical as a flipping cabbage. You might just squeeze a gateway spell out of it, but you can forget about anything more than that. Honestly, I wish you'd think before you open your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Now, I told you Ding Dong Dell was just over by yonder, didn't I? Well, if we're very lucky, we might find a wand with a bit more oomph down by there.
So, are wands really so hard to find here?
Well, time was you couldn't move for the flipping things. But since Shadar showed up, magic's taken a real nosedive. He banned people from using it, see? Cursed anyone who tried to. He scared them all so much they gave it up.
So, he's pretty scary, huh?
Well, he turned me into a flipping doll, didn't he? Just saying his name's enough to make most folks brick it. Still, I'd rather be a doll than have him go poking round in my heart. No one wants to be broken-hearted.
Broken-hearted? Like, sad?
Worse than that, much worse. It's when he steals a piece of a person's heart. Poor beggars don't know whether they're alive or dead. That's no way to live, man.
So that's why they're all so scared of him, huh? We can't let him go on doing this.
Well, it's not a matter of letting him, is it? It's not like people flipping enjoy it. That's why I brought you here, innit? You might just be able to stop him, see?
You really think I can?
Course you can! You are the pure-hearted one! And the legends say that the pure-hearted one will drive away the darkness. We'll teach you a few tasty spells and you'll be ready to face him in no time. Sound good to you?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll learn magic.
Course you will, and that's why we need to find you a better wand.
All right. Let's head for Ding Dong Dell.
Tidy.
And this far gets you the free achievement Out of This World, achieved for using the gateway spell and being welcomed into the overworld / world map. Welcome to Drippy's World. I don't believe it has a name. I'm not sure. If it does, I would have to do a little bit more research. Ain't it beautiful, Ollie boy? It's good to be back. Our world is absolutely riddled with monsters. If one of them spots you, you'll see a big wing pop up over its head, and it'll charge. When it gets within touching distance, you'll have a fight on your hands. If you're not HP in the middle of a battle, you'll be out for a count, so be careful, ain't it? Oh, and this is tidy little technique for you. If you sneak up behind monsters and without them noticing, you get the first hit in, giving you the upper hand. Only thing is, it works the other way around too. If a monster sneaks up on you, they'll be able to get the first hit in. The rotters! Oh yeah, here, it's just a little something. Consider it a gift from the Lord High Lord of the Fairies. 3 loaves of white bread. Thanks, but what do I do with these? Can we hold on that for a second? Ollie, you eat bread. I'm sorry, but that's a little odd for me. Just have a munching one when you're feeling a bit ropey, and you'll be right as rain in no time, man. But the wizard cannot live by bread alone, Ollie boy. He needs proper one and all. And that nubbly thing in your hand is doing my flippin' head in. See that big castle to the north, eh? That's Ding Dong Dell, that is. I reckon we'll find ourselves a wand by there. So let's get moving, shall we? Okay. Welcome to Overworld Exploration. As you can see, enemies sneak up on you. Enemies can sneak up on you, attack. I'll be able to explain it better later.
Come on!
But now I can explain battles. Before a fight, you get time to check status, check those in the bottom, which I believe is all of your action commands, and you can change those. Check your HP, any of your resistances, of which Oliver seems to be neutral to everything. And you can see the name and type of the enemy in the top right there. A minor bird with a little moon symbol as its type. If I press A to attack, The battle begins. Now I can properly show how these things all work. Provisions, as I said, easy. Now, defend. It brings up that timer, that blue timer. Oop. And what that does is that shows how long we do a specific action for. As you saw, we were able to attack 3 times with that blue timer up. Thank you, Drippy. And that little red timer on the speech bubble, what that represents is a cooldown. You're allowed to freely cancel a defend or attack command in the middle of their cast. If you've only hit something twice and you want to stop to like run away and heal, you're allowed to. And that red timer by the speech bubble, that prevents you from doing the attack action again. I'll show you once we get into another fight. But this is the overworld. As you can see, it's pretty big and winding, and we're pretty small. These little sparkles you see on the ground? Items. Free items to pick up. And by items, I generally mean like material items for crafting and the like. Now I can show you that little proof of it. I go to attack and cancel it. I cannot attack until that red bar filled all the way back up again. This little guy is doing some work. Come on, hit him once or. Ooh. One more. Yay. After a battle, you get free reign for a very short time to run around and pick up a glim. I'm not sure if that gave me actual HP or not, but it could have. And as you see, we've leveled up! Level 2! Like with a lot of RPGs, it's pretty easy to know what leveling up means. HP goes up, MP goes up, defense is, you know, physical attacks, stuff like getting hit with a sword or club or getting punched by something or whatever. Meanwhile, your attack stat is your physical attack, how much that Oliver does when he smacks something with his wand. Magic defense is similar to defense. Actually, no, it's exactly the same to defense, but you take all of those physical damage sources and change them out for getting hit by like a fireball or a magical bolt or something like that. And magic attack is basically the same. Change attacks from hitting someone with a wand to hitting someone with a fireball. Accuracy is pretty self-explanatory. Raises your chance to hit things when you swing at them, because sometimes even if you swing, you still might miss, even if it looks like it connected. And evasion is the same thing, but for you, where instead of an enemy hitting you, even though it looks like their attack connected, it probably won't. Well, might not. There's probably a lot more detailed stats about how accuracy and evasion work specifically. I might be getting into that some other time. But right now, let's just relish in our victory. Over there, at that odd-looking town, that's our destination. To the castle town of Ding Dong Dell. Oh, knitters! There's something I forgot to tell you. What's that, Mr. Drippy? Here in my world, you can use order to change your viewpoint. If you're having any trouble, the controls go to the settings in the main menu and have a fiddle with them. You can switch vibration on and off there as well, ain't it? Speaking personally, I'd have it on. Rumble just ain't a rumble without a bit of rumble, isn't it? Yeah. Now I know this is a lot to take in, oldie boy, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. I guess. And yes, you are able to adjust your camera up, down, spin it all around. I'd say, let's get into one more fight, shall we? I'm gonna see if I can get that sneak up bonus, because I want to show that off. I want to show off just what that does for us. So if I run up behind an enemy... Oh, they spotted me. Well... I might not be showing every single fight that we get into, but I will be showing these, like, first ones, these first few fights, and, like, a few things around that. Ooh, crap. That was magic. Wind-type magic. And, yeah. You can see how magic is dangerous to us, but thankfully... Oliver here has a high magical defense. 15, I believe it was. And would you look at that? Another item. That's actually what I was kind of going for. Yoink. A plainswort flower. Plainswort? Plainswort. What? Odd. Take a look up in the mini-map there. Or rather, this full map. Those dots, little white dots trailing behind us. And also, yes, this is a great view of the overworld. Those little white dots is actually a where you've been marker. It really helps if you're exploring somewhere big and you might lose track of where you're going or what's happening. I thought I could run through these forests and see if there's a treasure chest hidden out here. Because yes, there are treasure chests hidden in the overworld. And, of course, even in towns.
Looks to me like a classic case of broken-heartedness.
Broken-heartedness? You mean that thing you were talking about before?
That's right. The broken-hearted are people who've had part of their hearts stolen. Poor souls just aren't themselves. Go all weird and useless, they do.
So his heart was broken by...
Keep up, will you? Shadar, innit? If anyone tries to stand up to him or does anything he doesn't like, he breaks their hearts into pieces so they can't put up a fight.
Jeepers. But if he stays that way, we can't get into Ding Dong Dell.
Then you'd better cure or mend it, Ollie boy. It's time to mend your first broken heart. Mend it? But how do I do that? Well, you can't do it just yet. There's a couple of things you'll be needing first. I know an old man who's got just what we need. Proper useful I am, eh? An old man? What old man? What do you mean, what old man? The old man, ain't it? Lives in a wood north of here. Proper deep and deeply dark it is. That's why they call it the deep dark wood. It makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Nothing we can do here. What do you have to say? Up, 1, 2, 1, 2. You want to enter the town, do you? Well, I'm afraid that's impossible at the moment. My colleague, you see, he's the one in charge of letting people in, but recently he's just been refusing to do it. Says he can't be bothered. Nothing. Any of you people got anything to say? I don't know what it is you want me to tell you, man, but I'm afraid I can't help you. Oh dear, I do hope they let us in soon. I need to buy ingredients for my husband's favorite dinner. Wonder why they're not letting anyone in. Doesn't look like any of us are going anywhere in the near future. Ah, well. Our goal next? To the forests of old! Listen to the music of the overworld, by the by. Ooh, never mind, that got cut short. Sleep-a-fowl. Oh, that's an odd-looking guy. Oh, little fan looks like a sleeping face, kinda. Like the eyes, in a way. That's kinda cute, I never noticed that. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Ooh, drowsy drops. What that would have done is about what it said on the tin. Would have made you drowsy, sleepy, possibly fall asleep in the middle of battle. we'll get into that effect once we encounter it for the first time. I think the game might bring up a tooltip for us, but hey, whenever it actually happens, we'll talk about it then, you know? Only 1 XP. Only 1. We've got a long, winding way to go. Might as well talk about the journey. Oh, wait. Hold on. Did I get the advantage attack?
Watch this!
No, I did not, sadly. Ah, well. Even with being only level 2, you can see the good amount of attack that we're getting off of just leveling up that little bit. And now, I think is a good time to show what Provisions is. Restores 30 HP to your party member of choice. In my case, only 19. And it takes a second to use and to, well, use again. Because let's say you're in a bit of a pinch, each of your party members needs a quick heal, and you're out of MP. Let's say you found a healing spell. You're out of MP, so what are you going to do? Your only option then is to just use a healing item. You can't spam them. But, yeah. Ooh, crap. Multiple enemies. Oh, this is going to be tough. Well, if it's only one at a time, maybe not, actually. Uh-oh. Even with magical spells that are launched at you, if you time your defense calls at the right time, like if you activate the defense command at the right time, or just at all, even against a magical spell, it does both reduce damage and could just save you. Save you in a pinch. Let's say you've got a powerful spell coming at you and you don't know what to do. Defend. There you go. Just defend yourself. Yeah. Heck yeah, brother. Only 1 XP from them? Yeah. A poison be gone. Poison, I feel, is a self-explanatory effect, right? We haven't encountered it yet, thankfully, but whenever we do, it'll be nice to have that. Ooh! There, that exclamation point that appeared over the enemy just as we ran up to him.
Watch this!
That is our symbol that we have an upper hand. He quickly turned around, yes, but he didn't get a chance. What I believe it does in technical terms, or in the game's terms rather, is this. You know how we have that little red bar or timer around our attacks whenever we use them? I believe that it just completely resets and or adds a small penalty onto theirs, of which we cannot see, of course. It adds like a penalty or something onto theirs, that way they can't attack. That would make sense to me, at least. Welcome, though, to the deep dark wood, the forest of fairy tales. Look at that! Oh, that's a waystone. That's useful. A waystone? Yeah, man. These ancient stones. See, you can see used in to store a record of your adventures so far. In wild places like forests and so on, you can't just plug yourself on a nearest rock and write your story down. But why not? Why not, he says. Give me strength, man. Because they're crawling with horrible beasties, ain't it? They are? Sounds kind of scary. You'll get used to it, man. Remember, you can't go recording your progress any old way. Let me to explain a little more. Touch a waystone and your health and magic power will be fully restored. Not bad, eh? And that's not all, man. These little beauties also let you save your progress. The traveler's best friend they are. That's which is why you should stop at every waystone you see and make good use of it. Better safe than sorry, ain't it? Oh, sure, Mr. Jippy. Tidy, that's what I like to hear. Let's hope you're as good as your word. Right there, next to the old man of the woods. Compared to our last time in the overworld, controls work do a little bit differently. Not that much. Oop. As you can see, if you click the right stick in, first person view. Useful, isn't it? You could get some great sweeping shots of landscapes or anywhere really if you wanted. Clicking in the left stick, clicking in the left bumper, I should say, readjust your camera as an example. Just do that a few times. What? These? Look at that! There's useful. If you're lucky, you'll be able to use them one of these days. I don't know what those are. Your HP and MP are completely restored. Save your progress? Sure. Welcome to another world. Follow Drippy and find the old man in the woods. Well, let's follow Drippy. Two paths. But we have to take this one. I believe if we try to take the other path, Drippy will yell at us like, come on! Come on down this way! And it'll like force Oliver to walk back and then, you know those.
Mr. Drippy! Wait for me!
Who goes there?
Jeepers.
Ollie boy, meet old Father Oak. How do, you a leafiness?
Oh, Drippy, it's you. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I got a visitor by here from another world, see? And what it is I was wondering if you might lend us a bit of a hand, like.
Oh, I should have known. You only ever come to see me when you are in need.
Sorry, you tall ship. You know I'm always very grateful.
This boy.
Ah, spotted it, did you bark ship?
Well. The pure-hearted one. He who will drive out the darkness. And Drippy, you mean to...
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why? As reckless as ever, I see. Very well. You shall have my aid. But first, we had better give the boy a familiar, had we not?
Oh, yeah. Clean forgot I did. He's right, Ollie boy. It might be a bit early, but I suppose we better teach you how to conjure up familiars, innit?
Familiars?
Yeah, familiars. You're in our world, you can magic up little fighting creatures from your heart, see? They're called familiars. Where we're going, the beasties are only gonna get bigger and meaner. So, you're gonna need a helping hand, or claw, or beak, or tentacle.
Can I really do it?
Well, there's only one way to find out. You want to help your mum, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well then, grab your wizard's companion and turn to the page marked Form Familiar.
But, Mr. Drippy, there's no spell named Form Familiar here. You what? The boy is correct. Look at his wizard's companion. It would seem that it's missing more than a few of its pages. Really? Knickers! So, does that mean I can't cast the spell? Oh! I am not as powerful as all that, young man. Oliver, was it? Let me see now. Form Familiar. Ah, yes. A gift from me to you, young Oliver. Huh. I wonder how he's able to do that. I mean, I know he's a tree, but that has to be like perfect control of like leaves and branches. That must be something. You received a page describing the Form Familiar spell. Thank you very much, old Father Oak. But simply possessing the page for a particular spell is no guarantee you will be able to make use of it. Some spells are simply not meant for certain wizards, such as life. Don't worry about that for now, man. Just give Form Familiar a go, will you? Sure thing, Mr. Drippy. summons forth a familiar from the caster's heart to fight beside them.
What's this?
That's tidy work, Ollie boy. Look at that. A warrior from your very own heart. A familiar.
This is a familiar?
That's right. The fighting spirit inside you made flesh. A soldier of your soul.
And he can really help me fight? Huh? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
And the stronger you get, the harder he's gonna hit as well.
Wow.
So this is a familiar, huh? And he'll be coming with us? Indeed he will, Ollie boy. More the merrier, ain't it? Here, you'd better give the little fellow a name, eh? Mighty. I think that's a good name. Oliver, we cannot let you set off into the wild with only that withered wand in your hand. To give you some spells to aid you in battle. The first is a restorative incantation known as Healing Touch. You receive the page describing the Healing Touch spell. Tidy! That's the most useful spell there is for a wandering adventure. Cuts, bruises, sprains, and gashes, all gone within a jiffy with Healing Touch. Gee, you make it sound like I'm gonna get hurt an awful lot, Mr. Trippy. Next, I give you the gift of the Blazing Inferno. Fireball. Shoots a little ball of fire, that one does. Plant-based species hate that flippin' fire. Man, even old Tree-Face here is scared of Fireball. Trippy, how dare you? You would never aim such a spell at me, would you, boy? Get golly! Of course not, Fold Father Oak. You received a page describing the Fireball spell. Now, you can press X at any time to open your spells menu. Write a spell like Healing Touch can be used at any time. Fireball is primarily meant for battle. That said, the most unexpected of spells can prove incomparably useful given the right set of circumstances. Novel problems call for novel solutions, after all. If you find yourself at some of a loss, I recommend you go through your magical repertoire. You never know which spell might save the day. You can now use the spells menu. Huh.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Spoiling for a fight, is it? Better give him what he wants, Ollie boy.
Huh? But what do I do?
Just think what you want him to do and he'll do it. It's as easy as falling off a log, man.
Okay. Just think what I want him to do. Here goes.
Our little mighty here, ready to fight
Come
two
on!
teeny boppers. Right go, Ollie boy. Time to learn about fighting with familiars. First off, you've got to pick who's gonna fight out of you and your little friend. Gone to the trouble of making him, we'd best give him a go, eh? Why don't you select him, will you? Mighty, as you can see, he's got an attack command, a defend command, and an ability called Cut Loose. We'll see that in a moment. Stamina is 30, which I believe is the same as HP. Or not, actually. I do not know that one at the moment. I'll have to see that. Neutral against physical, fire, light and dark, but he's weak against water and strong against wind. Keep mind of those. You never know what you're going to need for when you're fighting. Send him out, and he works similar to Oliver, actually. Very similar. The attack command works the same, the defend command works the same. Cut Loose is the only difference. And as you see, LB in the top left. We'll be getting into that in a moment. Tidy! Let's send him into the fray, shall we? Oh yeah, see that circle in the top left there? That's your familiar stamina gauge. What that does is shows how much longer he can fight for. See, the longer you keep him on the go, the shorter his stamina gauge will get. Well, it's enemy that beats the poor lad's so tired he can't fight anymore. Tragic, eh? So before that happens, you'll have to call him back for a bit of a rest, like. Oh, and there's something about familiars you should know. See, it's still marked by the ear. That's a sign. Think of it like an element. Sort of like a star sign, except there's only four of them. Sun, moon, star, and planet. And like star signs, different ones get on better. You could use that to help you in battle. Next, let's talk about tricks. The proper powerful abilities, a bit like your spells. And just like your spells, they cost MP to use. You can see the cost written next to them. MP 10. A barrage of random slashes deals physical damage to all enemies. That's cut loose for you. What you got to remember is that you and your familiar share HP and MP. So familiar uses trick or takes a big hit, it's your HP or MP that'll suffer. Crikey, it's a long old lesson, eh? Right, let's finish with the top tip, shall we? Your familiar stamina gauge is always going down, so you'll need to swap with him regularly. You can do that at any time you like by pressing LB, ain't it? I'm gonna stop talking before I put us both to sleep. It's your turn to sing for your supper. Go on, boy buck. Show him cut loose. 9 and 5 damage. Takes a lot longer to recharge than our last one. In a fight with multiple enemies like this, when you use your attack command, you're able to change your targets by pressing the left or right button on the D-pad. Let's show how the swapping looks. As you see, his gauge in there is going down quick. So, if you swap to Oliver, wherever Oliver is on the field is where we jump to. Bait out an attack if we can, maybe. And we've got 2 smells to use. Fireball is one we're going to use first. Short casting time, big magic damage of fire element. $12 XP. We leveled up, and so did he. They're the same, but separate. He doesn't have a specific HP or defense or MP stat. All of that goes to Oliver. So now you know how to fight with familiar, ain't it, Ollie boy? To be a true contender, you'll need to learn when to let your familiar loose and when to take control yourself. I'll do my best, Mr. Drippy. Oh, and when he's not fighting, little fellow can be found by taking it easy in the creature cage. In the creature cage, you can shower your faithful companions and familiars with delicious treats. There's all kinds of treats to choose from. Some will improve their abilities, others that'll teach them new tricks entirely. Tidy. Feed the little blighters enough of what they fancy, and the bonds of familiarity between you will grow, meaning you can boost their abilities even more. Careful not to stuff them too full of sweeties, though. They'll only end up being full up. Adoration and moderation. That's the key. It's probably a lot to get your head around, but just remember the creature cage is where you look after your familiars. Take it from there, ain't it? Creature cage. Got it. I promise to look after him real well, Mr. Shippy. The creature cage is now accessible from the main menu. Oh, I almost forgot. There's something we want to ask you, your drunkiness. Scourge down in Ding Dong Dale. And he's broken-hearted, see? Broken-hearted, you say? Shadar's evil spread still further, so you'll be needing... That we will, your oak dude. You're as quick you are. You still have got it, ain't you? Oh, patience, young Trippy. Of course I have. Let me see now. I know it's here somewhere. Crikey, you've not gone and lost it, have you? Lost it? The insolence. I put it away safely among my uppermost branches. It's just a little tangled up there, that's all. While I seek it out, I have a favor to ask you. What? I did mention we're in Filmora, didn't I? We haven't got time to go... Mr. Drippy, we should help old Father O. He gave us those spells, didn't he? How refreshing to meet such a responsible and honest young man. Alright, I get the message. Go on, what'll you need us for? Well, it's the guardian of these woods, you see. The guardian, eh? What's up with the old fellow? I'm afraid he's become rather unruly, a late, and he's neglecting his duties. Well, that's no good, is it? Better help you sort him out then, eh? The Guardian? He seems kinda tough. Too right he is. He's way stronger than your average beastie. But you've got a familiar on your side now, man. You'll be fine. And besides, if you're going to take down Shadar, you can't back out of a bit of a light Guardian bashing now, can you? Okay, I'll do it. Oh, very kind of you. The Guardian can be found in the deepest part of the woods, beyond the Whispering Waterfalls. I wish you luck. First spells now familiars. You're turning into a proper wizard, ain't it, Ollie boy? I guess I am, huh? Well, now then, let's take a good closer look at your new mate, eh? How do I do that, Mr. Drippy? It's a piece of cake, man. Now listen up. For if you look in the main menu, you'll see friends and familiars. That's where you'll find all sorts of details about you and your familiar's abilities. It looks a bit complicated, and there are a fair few options kicking about in there, to be fair, but you'll soon get the hang of it, man. Now, you're still new to this wizarding lock, so there's a limit to what you can do, ain't it? Keep fighting monsters, and eventually you'll get stronger. We call that leveling up, see? Probably make some new mates for long, and so be sure to take a closer look at them, like I showed you. You got it, Mr. Drippy. Your friends and familiars are now accessible from the main menu. Well, with that, I think we'll leave it off here. Next time, we'll be heading deeper into the